So this is a continuation on our topic, maintenance. In my last video, I explained what maintenance is and differentiate it from alimony. And then told us about the story of Ayes and Ayes and one other case that court granted alimony to the wife of the marriage. So today I'm going to be talking about the principle that the court will look at in granting alimony or who is entitled to maintain marital relationship. My name is Eunice Olatuji, a lawyer and a mediation advocate. If this is the first time of coming to this channel, you're welcome. In this channel we talk about law and social issues and discuss some cases that can happen and how you can leverage on them and learn from the cases. Thank you again for coming. So let's continue on our topic, maintenance. So what would the court look at in granting the order of maintenance? What would the court look at? What are the guiding principles in grants of maintenance? The court will look at the stations in life of the parties and their lifestyles. Law moves with what is. Law has to take cognizance of what is happening in the society. Yes, we've mentioned that under common law, it is the responsibility of the husband to provide for the wife. In fact, under common law, while the husband is not around, the wife can go and collect food on behalf of the husband as an agent of the husband. The wife can borrow money to go and buy necessity on behalf of the husband. So that when my husband comes, he will pay because the man is the head of the family. But with the emancipation of women, gender equality, and all of that, we discovered that even many women are more financially buoyant when you compare them to the husband. Will a woman that has more money than the husband be entitled to maintenance or alimony? The court would have to look at the facts of that. The guiding principle is the stations in life of the parties and their lifestyle. Who has more money? In a case, Milia and Julia, the wife used to be a cleaner in a hotel where he met the husband. The husband, I think, is like a rig. He works like a miner and lives in that hotel. So they met and everything gelled, they built together, they built houses together, and with time the woman grew, they set up business together. And in evidence, the woman said every week she gets nothing less than 20,000 naira from the joint business. However, in the divorce proceeding, the woman asked that she should be given 500,000. God said, no, that's too exorbitant. Meanwhile, she did not even provide any evidence for the court to rely on in granting such amount of money. The law must not be used as an instrument of victimization. We should not, under the guise of maintenance or because we find the matter in court and impoverish, or under the guise of, it's the right of the husband, it's the husband to provide and now make the man go poor or bankrupt. No, you have to look at the needs of the parties. You have to look at the status, their lifestyle they are used to. You cannot put a family in, like the case I mentioned in my last video, Ayes and Ayes. They've been living in Adenini Jones. Because you are living there, you don't want the marriage again. You stop paying. Where do you want them to move to? The court may make, you have to consider the fact of each case, the lifestyle that parties are used to in granting an award of maintenance. Maintenance is not granted as a punishment to the party involved in the marriage. Maybe because the husband was the reason why the marriage has broken down. That is not the reason for maintenance. The reason for maintenance is to keep the family together, is to make sure that the woman or the children do not suffer if for any reason you have made them not to be working and believe that you will continue to maintain them. In a case said that in a case, the woman had 4 children, and the man went to court that he wanted divorce. They were living in the house that the man built. And funny enough, the woman just asked for the custody of those children. She didn't want the divorce and asked the court for another of restitution of conjugal rights. Asked that the man should continue to pay the school fees, buy clothes, and all of that for the children. The man, on the other hand, asked for custody of those children. The trial court granted 50,000, 40,000 naira monthly in favor of the woman and her children, in addition to the man paying the school fees, maintenance, and health care. In addition, the court ordered that the man should put the house, that living home where they're living, in an habitable state. Therefore, meaning that the woman should retain that matrimonial home. The husband was angry that this woman did not even ask for this. Why has the judge gone beyond that? The court is not Father Christmas and all of that. He appealed. On appeal, the court dismissed the appeal. That yes, this is matrimonial causes is not like a regular matters. The court has the power to give a consequential order that will ensure, that will make sure that the order that has been made do not become void or unenforceable. We have seen so many judgments that you'll be wondering that, how do we enforce this judgment? So a smart judge can give a consequential order flowing from the principal relief sought by the parties. And that was what the trial court did. She granted the woman the house where they are living and commanded the man or directed the man to make the house habitable. But another thing that the courts will look at is the capacity to earn. Capacity to earn. Can the woman fend for herself? A woman who is like 26 years old and a woman who is like 50 years old, their earning capacity is different. A woman who is 25 or 23 years old and has no children, and a woman who is 26 or 23 with 4 children, you will know that the earning capacity is different. So the court will look at the earning capacity of the parties in granting an award of maintenance. Sometimes the court may look at the conduct or the behavior of the party in the marriage. But the court will give paramount consideration when there are children, because the children has to be maintained. The children has to be catered for. Even in under common law, the law does not expect that a man should maintain an adulterous wife. So if the wife has been an adulterous woman, the husband may not be under obligation to maintain such a wife. So all that still depends on the discretion of the court. So let me just do a recap of what the court will look at in granting maintenance. The court will look at the means of the parties. That talk about the assets, the real estate, where is the man getting money from, or the woman, does he have investment here and there that can sustain her. The court will look at the status and the lifestyle of parties. Can the wife maintain herself? Is she richer than the husband? Is the husband very rich? What kind of life are they used to? The court will look at that in granting the maintenance or alimony. The court will also look at the conduct of the parties in the marriage and the prevailing custom or tradition in the society, because law does not work in isolation. So when you want to talk about, because some people come and, I'm so sorry, but some women could be very ridiculous. You come up, you say you want 1 million per month, whereas you know that maybe the man is a driver. Where do you expect such a man to get that kind of money? So also some men could be very funny, like the case we mentioned. Yes, and here's a woman studied law. You ask her to stay at home as a housewife, and you now want her to go without giving her anything, without establishing her. So court will look at all of that. But But for the court not to impose a decision on you, you can explore mediation. There is something they call compulsory conference. It is compulsory. Forget about the feud between the husband and wife, because most of the time, parties tend to transfer this feud on the children. Please don't. Parties tend to like, okay, and I will show you. Maintenance is not granted as punishment to any of the parties to the marriage. So sit down. If you cannot see eye to eye, get your lawyers to sit down or get a mediator to sit with you and have an agreement on how you want to be maintained or the children of the marriage to be maintained. So I have mentioned who are the parties entitled to be maintained in the marriage, parties to the marriage, either the husband or the wife. However, I have not seen a case where the wife had been asked to maintain the husband in Nigeria. In other clans, in other jurisdictions, there has been a situation where the wife will have to pay the husband if the wife is richer than the husband. But in Nigeria, we are African and the pride, but things are evolving. Also, children that are under age 21 are entitled to be maintained. So any child that is less than 21 is entitled to be maintained. The father, the mother has to take care and make arrangements for those children. You have to meet compulsorily and make arrangements for those children. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things in this video. Thank you for coming back. If you like this content, kindly share, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification button so that you can be notified each time we post a new video. Drop your comments in the comment section. We'll attend to all of them. And thank you for coming around.